Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day to everyone who is watching the live stream. Welcome back to Quietly Crafted. To those who are brand new to this channel, welcome. My name is Claire, and I'm so happy to have you join me for today. So for today, it is part 2 of our Strawberry Truffle Scarf series. This is where we left off at the end of that live stream. Now, before anything, I just wanted to thank you for seeing my live stream last weekend. The last live stream, which was Sunday last week, there's 3,000 of you that had viewed the live stream, and I'm very, very grateful for that. So for today, I am actually introducing something new, which would help me interact with all of you. So I have this jar. So this jar here is called the gratitude jar, and you may see the new legend here on the right side of your screen. So it'll be right here, this gratitude jar. So it's basically for me to interact with all of you, and here's how it works. So and I'll place that right there. So for every single yellow bead, it's for everyone who says hello in the chat. Now, for every single quote, whether it's positive or uplifting, or you share your motto, your personal motto, it will be this green bead. Now, I do have a shiny rose gold bead. This is for anyone who sent a tip to the Cozy Corner jar. And I did post here on my overlay on your screen a QR code. So this is for anyone who sends in a tip at the Cozy Corner jar, and it helps support the future of the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. So let's get started with today. I am going to play some music. And actually, you know what? I'm going to toss in a green bead to start off for today. So, for today, I just want to tell you about a story that's now my new personal motto. So November 2025, I participated in the local Christmas parade. And prior to that, I got an email from the organizers that I was going to be dressed up as a beaver. Out of all things, like anything Christmassy, why a beaver? I mean, to those who don't know what a beaver is an animal that usually lives in the pond or the swamp. It's always chewing on small trees to build their homes, or sometimes to create these natural dams. Some arborists don't like that, so they're kind of a rodent. But here in Canada, the beaver is one of the national symbols. It is featured on the 5-cent coin, or we call it a nickel. So going back to the Christmas parade, and I said, fine, I'm going to go ahead and dress up as a beaver. Even though a lot of people laugh at it and everything, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll just do it for what it is. On the day of the parade, the costume itself was very, very thick. And it was very, very warm. Very, very warm when you wore that costume. But you know what? I didn't dress like very thick, just to put it that way. I just wore a thin jacket and Also, I had thermal pants because it was cold that day. So I was kind of prepared. And then I've donned the beaver costume. So, so, so basically, I had this really big onesie with a thick coat, and my prop was a small log with some artificial bite marks on it. All right, fine. And all those feelings that I said about being a beaver went away when the parade started. I walked a total of 8 kilometers. 8 kilometers. So, would I do it again? Most definitely. After the parade itself, I was a bit reflective because it's basically I did it for the kids. There's people shouting, "Beaver! Beaver!" And we walked past Hospital Row. So that's a section of the road where it was all children's hospitals. So we waved up to the window, hoping that one of the kids would see us, and hopefully they waved back. And then of course I was just genuinely happy that everyone came by to see the parade. Now during the parade, oh, I just dropped this yarn in my cup of water. Now during the parade, it started to rain, and we were afraid that our costumes are gonna be wet and everything. We're gonna be soaked. Well, the good news is that it didn't rain hard. It was very light, and we kept moving. Then there was someone that shouted in the crowd, and they said, "The rain does not stop Christmas magic." That was good. I love it. The rain does not stop Christmas magic. Now, to put that in perspective, in life, the rain may represent an event that's happening in your life, whether it's grief, loneliness, you were unemployed, you broke up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse, or anything that caused you to feel anything that caused you to feel down and sad and depressed. But if you say this to yourself a few times, which is, "The rain does not stop your magic," then everything will be okay. So that's your quote of the day. The rain does not stop my magic. So now we're just going to continue to crochet along. Like I said, feel free to say hi in the chat. Say hi, hello, bonjour, hola, namaste, mabuhay. However you say hello, I will add a yellow bead in the jar. Hey, Veronique. And also, this is for you. This yellow bead for you. All right, and I also noticed that someone said hi on YouTube, so a yellow bead for you. And also, I noticed someone had subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Like I said, for every single hello, there's a yellow bead that's going to the gratitude jar. For every subscribe, or if you say a quote for today or a story, you get a green bead. And for anyone who supports the channel through the Cozy Corner, I will add a rose gold bead. Hi Shailene, how are you? So you requested to do a slip knot. Okay, sure. I'll give you 1 minute. I'm just gonna grab another um another piece of yarn. This is just a project that I'm working on, which is the Suzette stitch. So I'm just gonna show you my way on doing a slip knot. Now I also have a. Ooh, I just moved my camera. So I just moved or moved. I just got a request to do a slip knot, so I'm gonna show this to you right now. Um, I also have a full tutorial on how to do a slip knot. Now there are. I just want to let you know that there are many different ways on how to do a slip knot. So, but here's how I would do it. So take the end of the yarn, which is right here, and I would wrap the yarn with my index finger and middle finger. So like so. And then also you would make a cross. So you have a cross. And then what I would do is turn these fingers over, grab your crochet hook, have the hook go under the orange yarn, and also have your ring finger secure the yarn so that it doesn't get loose. I would pull the white yarn like so, pull it up, and then take your index finger and middle finger off, and then pull it tight. And that's your slip knot. And of course, you don't want to have this big enough slip knot, so I would pull on the long end to make it smaller. So, and that's your slip knot. I do have a full tutorial on how to do this, so feel free to check out the channel for a full tutorial on how to make slip knots. Keep practicing, and then you'll be able to make projects such as this one. So thanks so much for the request. If you do have other requests on how to do certain things, let me know. And also, I do have tutorials on how to do the chain stitch, the single crochet, and the double crochet. And for that, Miss Shailene, I'm gonna give you a green bead in the jar. Thanks so much for the request. Charlene, Charlene says that they want to learn how to crochet. That's great. You've come to the right place. Now, I was just like you that wanted to learn crochet. and YouTube is a great place for it. There's a whole bunch of channels out there and a lot of tutorials. It does get very, very complicated if you don't know the basics. So, as I mentioned, I do have a tutorial on how to do the basic stitches, such as, of course, the chain stitch, the single crochet, double crochet, and half double crochet. You'll check them out in my channel for the full version of those. Plus, I do have a playlist. Hey there, Amy Elizabeth. Thanks so much for tuning in, and a yellow bead for you. So today I am working on my Strawberry Truffle Suzette Stitch Scarf. This is part 2 of the series from last weekend, and that's what I'm just working on today. It's also yarn stash busting because I had this yarn for quite some time and I just want to use it. And welcome, and welcome, Amy Elizabeth. Hi there, Jenny Love. Thanks so much for tuning in, and a yellow bead for you too. Thank you so much, Amy Elizabeth. And yes, it's actually brand new. This is the very first stream that I started using the gratitude jar, and I do have the symbol here. So every time anyone says hello in the chat, I add a yellow bead. If anyone says a positive or uplifting quote, or if they subscribe, I add a green one. And then also, if anyone supports the channel by sending a tip, I do have a shiny rose gold bead. And okay, Caroline. Now, the idea of the gratitude jar came about from my last live stream. So there was this channel is actually fairly new. This channel started in March 2025, but I didn't get into it till around September with my uploads, and I was trying to get people to watch it. And this is a fairly small channel, but slowly growing. And then I just started live streaming about 2 weeks ago, and I am very surprised with the response. Hey, okay, so and Amy Elizabeth, and of course to Caroline, I'm gonna add 2 mint green beads for both of you. Thank you so much. Now, I do want to reinforce respect with everyone. This is no competition. I just want a fair game. I want everyone to be nice and respectful for everyone. And of course, just like the theme of Quietly Crafted, that we want to be mindful. We are manifesting calm vibes. Amy Elizabeth says that she wants to work on a mesh top. Great. If you want to show off your work, I do have a community section, a community section where people can post their stuff. Feel free to post away on your work in progress. And also, Amy Elizabeth says that she's using a smaller hook. That's okay. I'm actually using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and I know this is gonna take a while. I made this I made this one or another one a while back, which took me about like a few weeks. but but you know what? I persevered. And also, from earlier today, I said my quote of the day, which is "The rain does not stop my magic." Also, just let me know in the chat if you can hear the audio okay, the music. I do have my mic off camera, but I think it's capturing me talking and also the music in the background. Okay, thanks guys, thanks guys, thanks guys. Also, a little reminder to take a break, drink your water, and then we can continue. All right, so I have Carolina asking me to do the slip knot. Okay, slip knot again. Okay, no problem, no problem. So, so here's where we were at before. Okay, we're gonna go to the very beginning. Slip knot. Bottom end, or have the end of the yarn facing the bottom. Wrap it around with your index and middle finger to create a cross. Then take these two fingers, turn it over, and then take your ring finger, have that finger, have that finger, make sure that yarn is secure. Go under that orange yarn that I have, and then go over the top yarn, so which is the white. Pull it, turn it over, and then you pull. Here's your slip knot. And to make your slip knot smaller, just pull the yarn that's attached to your ball of yarn to make it smaller. There. Okay, so if you're not getting it, feel free to watch my tutorial. I do have my tutorial on my channel. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to place it in the chat. One moment. Just give me one moment. One moment. Okay, so I just posted in the chat a video for how to make slip knots and chain stitches. So if you couldn't get it on this live stream, that's okay. I do have a tutorial for that. Also, anyone here from Toronto, Canada? Anyone on the live stream? So if you are from Toronto, Canada, I just want to know, how are you feeling after the snowstorm? To those who are listening or tuning in right now, we've experienced a lot of snow. So about 20 to 30 centimeters, so about at least six 6 inches of snow. Oh my goodness. It was hard getting around. However, when the storm stopped and everything started back up again in the afternoon, oh my goodness. It was very slippery, it was very messy, and of course, there's a lot of snowball fights that was happening around the neighborhood. Just gonna go ahead and fix my yarn. Such a tangled mess. Hey Karine, and also a yellow bead for you. Alright, so Karine's question is, what is the stitch that I'm using? This is called the Suzette stitch. So basically, what I'm doing is that in the same stitch here, I'm just skipping this one stitch, this one big stitch here. I'm just going to the smaller one. So I'm doing a single crochet and a double crochet. Skip the next one, and then you go to the smaller one, to the smaller set of loops. And you keep repeating until you achieve the length of your scarf. Now, at the end of this row, I am going to pop in a single crochet, chain one, and turn over. To those who are tuning in right now, you're watching my part two series of the Strawberry Truffle Scarf. I'm working with a Suzette stitch. And also, I do have the gratitude jar open, and as you can tell, I have some beads in it already. So if you say hello in the chat, I'll add a yellow bead for you. Green if you mention a very positive or uplifting quote or story. I shared one this morning. And also a shiny rose gold if you send a tip to the Cozy Corner jar, which helps support the future content of this channel. Now, the quote that I mentioned earlier in the stream was, "The rain does not stop my magic." Hey there, Tintin Saw, and of course, a yellow bead for you. So what I'm gonna do is that as soon as the yarn change color, as you can tell here, that's when we're gonna stop our stream for today. It should not be long. How are you guys doing today? Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed watching me crochet. If you had a project, let me know in the community post when I make one later today. What were you doing? Alright, so I just finished my row and also it changed colors. So we're gonna leave this project right here for today and tune in tomorrow for part 3 of the Strawberry Truffle series. Thanks so much for tuning in for today. I really appreciate it. For everyone who said hello and shared something, we have some yellow and mint green beads. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and also saying hi. So this will be open. I am going to leave these beads in. So my goal is um, to fill this up by the end of this year. Again, thank you so much for tuning in for today. My name is Claire, and I'm gonna change up the ending in just a little bit. Rather than just like I end every single stream, just like I end every single video or every single live stream, until next live stream, keep crafting quietly. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning.